Hello everyone. Yeah, we are again get into the trouble. Sorry for that. But anyway, we are in live again. Okay, it seems like everything looks fine, but let's hope we are not going to get into this cutting trouble again. The reason currently basically I'm not able to solve the problem. So this is what we got for today. Okay, so where we left off, I think we wrote something here. Okay, so we need to send this as well. So linear, and let's just see. Seems like there is a okay. Let's just save this. So the shape is, so we are basically trying to let's just does this for now. Linear. What about linear? So mode here. So uh, the shape is basically like this. Here is the shape, actual shape is created, right? So that means once we send its mode, let's just for now let's just do something like this. Mm, that's it. Here also I'm sure it's going to introduce some bugs or error, but let's just try it for now. Okay, so the linear string mode. Okay, So that means I need to do something like to string. Okay, to string. Now it seems now it works. Now it will work, I think. Still, I'm not sure about that, but that is what I'm expecting at least. Okay, string. Okay, and okay, it seems like again a lot of error. I changed that to. Did I save this file? Argument to this function are incorrect. Okay, still, still error. Remove the borrow. Consider removing the borrow. Where? Why? I'm just want to test this how it's work. I mean, I just want to test this whether it's working or not. But for that, I need to change a lot of things because I'm just testing the specific was not the entire structure, right? So found this. Okay, that's what I'm sending, and that's what that's what okay. So it's okay. So it should be something like this, right? I'm not sure about this. Own string. So it should be come into some. So here I need to be, maybe we can just adjust slash dot slash dot to dash string. Okay, I just need to another one. Basically for this, oh my god, what is the sum? Damn me. So that's it's okay. So you are expecting optional dot string. So expected string. So it's and now it will basically work, I think. I think the problem is with this. I didn't. I mean, I just basically not aware of this. So that's what making the part of the problem and expected and found. So it seems like I need to implement copy trade. I want to implement copy trade for vec use size. How can I do that? I don't know if I implement it in a single file, it's work across the entire thing. I'm not sure about that, but so will illegal will not compile. So cannot implement the copy trait for use as here is why. Copy with VT cannot, what do you mean? We can never implement it's only for types that can be duplicated. No heap drop logic. So it's a heap allocated and has a internal memory management. So then this create the deep copy. Okay, let's just do that. Instead of that, where is that? Okay, so it's a deep copy, right? That's better. Clone. So that's relief, and here we just, I think here I just need to remove this and this. This and this as well. Just wait a minute. Okay, seems like now it will work. Yeah, it is. It is kind of. So linear, where I am having this trouble. Okay, and okay, I think let's just wait a minute. Sorry for that. I just, what am I doing even? First of all, I just need to make sure I'm doing everything fine. No, not so. It's going to be none. For here, it's going to be none. And the in, okay, that's some. now it's makes sense. And another thing, it's a linear layer, and did I okay, it's in the linear layer. What's yeah, okay, it's a, it's now another set of errors. So the help and okay, it's moved. Actually, the problem is it's in a tensor, but I change this. Oh shit. So it's going to then where am I using it again? Hmm? So move occurs because shape has a type which is not implemented the copy trait. Okay, let and shape move to this implicit call to the so value used here. So this place is the problem. Maybe we can basically I'm not basically I don't know what to do here. So here they say shape is move, and I don't want that because later I will use the shape. Oh my god, what am I doing here? Of course I feel like stupid because I'm taking the element then indexing into something like this. Oh my god. Hmm. Well, it seems like we solved three set of errors. And how we are going to check up mm, is we are basically calling this so it's let's just check a model. So when you're calling this, it's going to be called a new, and okay, now how we can check this? Maybe we can define some function here, something like okay, let's just in a function called let's just assume print layer or something like that, because it's going to be mm, print the entire model. What I mean by that, what are the layer we are using? So it should print, and when you call this, basically for I in graph, and then print ln. So this is the layer, and and graph. So it's I. Let's just call this now main function x dot print. Yeah. So it need to take I just basically forgot to implement this. Just that it's going to be take a self, and it's self dot graph. So what I'm basically doing is kind of a compiler driven development, where you run a code, the compiler will show the error, then you fix it. Cool, right? Compiler driven development. So it's actually working. Here you can see that we are basically layer, you know, we are printing the layer. At last, so much work. Okay, at least we have some kind of skeleton. At least for now, it make ourselves bit, I mean, we can at least breathe now. Okay, we have something. So then, so we need to okay, now what do you have to do? Let's build something, let's mix this much cooler. What I mean by that is, now we have something. So okay, let's add a matrix multiplication. Here I want to add a matrix, um, mm, matrix multiplication to my custom tensor. Can you give me a efficient um sorry, let's call it optimized code for it. So my prompting skill are that much of a great, I'm average. So it's going to be give a tensor, and so this is what we really want. So how it works, and but it seems like multi-threaded rayon. What is it? Yeah, you are using that. Oh, okay, okay. I will take care of that. Use SMD or white catch yourself or is this how PyTorch handle mat or I know they they are basically basically using C++, I think, but I want a faster implementation, faster faster math do that. So they are using Kublas, which is maybe after we done some amount of work here, I mean, maybe we can after I mean we need to I mean we need a long way to go there, but after some implemented some basic set of operations and things like that, we can jump into CUDA. But it's going to be a much harder than this, I know that for sure. So the ND library, what it is, so For your loop slow, I know that. Naive good for learning. CRAD, okay. Pure Rust, fast. Blast, native industry grade. Okay, fast. What is this? Blast. Native industry grade. Oh, is it written in? So fast, slow, fast, faster, fast, fastest. Which is which is the number one? Faster or fastest? I think the fastest. Do you want a max performance on CPU? That's what I am basically trying to do. Binding to, okay. If we want to use PyTorch itself in Rust, I don't want to use PyTorch. I don't want to use PyTorch, but I want to build PyTorch. Some sort of a PyTorch sort of a thing. Okay. So the blast also. Mm, use blast. So maybe we can use this blast thing. Extend curl blast use. This is native speed matmal as a PyTorch use under the what PyTorch uses under the hood. So the blast is written in Rust. No. Matrix mulgrad where it is. So this is also much faster. Which you recommend? You recommend? Actually, I need to type which one you recommend. Yellow Viking, faster car, rocket, Tesla autopilot. GPU thing I can implement that, so we can so for that maybe we can use this. For GPU I will take care of it because that's where the real battle is. That's where the real battle is begin. Okay, this stuffs as these stuffs are, I would say these stuffs are, if you're working on a Rust, it's very simple. You would consider this as a very simple project. That's what I am expecting because I'm basically started Rust um some days ago, something like 15 days or something like that, 10 or 15, 10. I'm not I'm not I'm basically don't know the exact number, but it's somewhere between 10 to 15 days. Now I'm writing some kind of a library in it. After 15 days I write some kind of library in it. If someone if someone experience it in Rust something like a 2 years or 3 years, then he can wrote anything in Rust. He's much, you know, his understanding is much deeper. You know, he I would say he implement this in an entire something like he implement this entire thing in something like I don't know, something like 2 or 3 hours. So the grad, okay. So that just fine. Let's just okay. So I need to if I want to use this, I need to understand this more. I need to understand this about more. I mean, super fast, pure Rust, easy to integrate into your custom tensor, feel like dropping a sports car into your hand, built car performance close to blast for many real cases. For production level performance, here's my okay. Let's use this for I don't know. Really, today I don't have much time to stream. Basically, if, it's because you know that, right? We have. I mean, today I have a lot of trouble with my power connection. It's it's so annoying, and I'm basically sick of it. I need to do something about it. So I think I can stream somewhere around 20 minutes or something like that. Up to 20 minutes or something like that from this point. I mean, that time I, I only have 20 minutes left. I need to work on my English skills as well. Okay. Let's just add this maybe. It's simple to use. Okay, I need to put this line somewhere. Okay, where is it? It's TML cargo.tml. Okay, and not here. And that's it. If we know this, if we okay, I think cargo run. So we download it. How can we use that? So for it should be in this file. So it's going to be use mat multiply and fast multiply and okay, what are the things I need to send? A and B and C, alpha beta. What do you mean by that? C alpha beta. So use K and MKN. So dimensions of beta. So for that I need to for that basically I need to rearrange. Once I got the matrix thing, once I got the input, and I need to basically you know separate them into like this, I think, but I'm not sure how this work. The only way to find it, look at the code and understand what it's doing. To be honest, this is actually really tempting me to do. It's actually when I see this word, it's actually tempting me to do that. That's how it is. That's how I feel whenever I watch these sort of things, GPU implementation. Because the thing is, the CPU, I would say it's fine, but when you are really get into the GPU thing, it's a it's a different story, I would say. It's because no, it's going to be much more fun. And I'd say I don't know how I put this, but it's much more complicated than CPU implementation and much more fun, because the more mm, fast field writing your backend without being too low level. So the another thing is this one. You need to give I would say in order to truly understand something or get good at something, you need to try yourself to the point where you collapse. What I mean by that is, you need to actually you have you have to put the amount of work which is more than you bear. It's so each time you do something like that, you are going to be much much more powerful, because each time you are pushing, basically you are breaking your limits, right? So if you are pushing yourself to to your boundary where your physical limit or something like that, this is my limit. I can code up to something like a 4 hour, something like a 6 hour per day, nothing more than that. Somebody 10, somebody 12, somebody even 14, somebody even 18. It's up to their limit. So you need to reach that limit. You need to break that limit if you want to really good at something. Whether it's whether it's any, it's applied to it's a general rule of get good at something, right? You can code. If you are saying I'm coding every day 2 hours, if you are coding every day 2 hours at the same thing, you are not improving at all. At least you need to code something different every day. You need to code something different for 2 hours, okay? And for coding for coding 2 hours is not a very it's not a huge number. Basically it's not a big hour, right? You know, I would say if you're an experienced programmer or something like that, in 2 hours you can build some minimalistic to intermediate level project or something like that. You cannot do something like in 2 hours. Can you build a PyTorch? No, obviously not. It's going to be take a months, even years. It's going to be involve a lot of peoples, and that's what it is. It's because that frameworks are huge. I would say they are up to they will up to millions of lines. So it's going to be take even years, and that's how it is. So programming is some sort of a thing where you need to understand the thing you want to I mean you are working, and at the same time you need to move yourself to the next thing. Okay, what I mean what I'm trying to say is that the programming thing is sort of a different than, like, you know, if you, let's say you are a C programmer or a Python programmer or whatever, even you are doing C for years, something like 2 or 3 years, do you think you can understand everything about C? But you can. Most of the people will do something like that. You know, if I am doing C for 2 years from start to end, I'm going to understand 2 or 3 years. I'm going to understand everything about C. I'm going to totally master C. But I would say it's it seems the case, but it's not quite true. It's because there is so many things, so much things that are lies in this sort of languages and programming. If you are it's basically something like this. If you are working on a one project, and you once you finished it, you're working on another project and another project, you basically forgot some amount of things which are you learned in your first project. That's how that's how memory works, I think. At least that is what I think. So that is how it is, right? Let's say now I'm working on this project. If I working on let's say once I finish this, I move on to next, and I move on to next. Then what? I just i just at least I would forgot some of the things from this project, from some of the things which I learned from this project, obviously. So it's programming. It's kind of a long term journey, long journey. It's a long journey, but you can push yourself. I'm not saying you cannot master one thing. What I'm saying is, for most people, it's going to take a time. That's how that's how it had been. Okay, most people, you know, they even you can see people's decade of experience, and then only they can uh, you know then only they can reasonably say themselves as I'm truly understand I'm truly understand everything about programming and language and these sort of things. But nowadays current LLMs are much faster, and they are really good at programming. I'm not sure in future whether, sorry for that, I'm not sure. Most people believe that in future programming jobs are going to be vanished, but absolute. But that's not quite true. It's going to be much lower than this, but also it's going to be increase the number of software we are having today. So in future we are going to have a way more softwares and way more number of softwares, and you know I would say way more number of softwares and way more number of programmers. You can call, because once programming become very easy. I mean, if it is gives a value to us, maybe most people try. But if if it doesn't give any value, it's going to be much lower than now. But still, it's going to be increased. It's going to be we are going to be have um, lot of softwares. Okay, then it's going to be create more and more new set of jobs, which are even never thought, which are even we never thought of. That's how I would say. Basically, you know prompt engineering, you can think, prompt engineering. Even a few years ago, this job, there is no job something like this. Prompt engineering, it's a different job. And nowadays there is so many jobs, there are so many new jobs, or you know basically it's all because of this one single thing called AI. So that's what it is. Okay, I think let's wrap things up today for today. And we face a lot of I think I face a lot of issues with my power connection. That's my I need to do something about it. And if you are watching my live, thank you for watching. And I hope you learned something. And we will keep coding, improving, become more powerful. And what next? What? That's it. Keep coding, fun coding, vibe coding, do whatever you want, but coding.